Hey folks, Dave here, and welcome back to Freshwater Falls. This is my Let's Play in City Skylines. This is, of course, on my custom map, Appalachia. And I'm running so many mods at this point that I'm just going to put my collection that I'm using, the main collection, in the description along with a link to some of the more popular ones, because I'm just using like all of the main ones that are the most popular on Steam. There's so many good ones here. One here is called City Vitals. Nice little quick action just screen right here so you can quickly see the state of your city. Very helpful. Now, if you guys are coming directly from the last episode, you might notice that the city looks a little bit different. I actually forgot to save after the last roughly 20 minutes of that last video, so I've had to rebuild things about as I remembered them, and I've gotten pretty close. And I actually made a couple of changes and what I think are improvements over here across the interstate. It is still the divided highway system. 2 lanes going this way, right there, and 2 lanes coming back this way. I have some nicer looking ramps here. They're a bit smoother and less jagged. And for the connection over here, I actually have an on-ramp to get right back to the interstate. Right there. It's proving to be very popular. And then I also have a merge point further back from the road. And this, if you look, actually has no stoplights and no stop signs. Everyone just kind of merges right through. So that keeps traffic moving more efficiently through that intersection. You don't actually get to the stoplight until over here. And then I rebuilt the on-ramp. Oh, giant burning barn. I rebuilt the on-ramp right here to the interstate that connects the secondary area of farmland directly to the interstate. Back here in the industrial section, I've rebuilt some of my garbage dumps and incinerators. And I also have a custom coal power plant from the Steam Workshop that I placed instead of, I think it was the oil power plant that I placed last time. And then there's this on and off ramp system. This took quite a bit to manage, but I think it actually works pretty well, except for people cutting all the way across that lane. That's kind of scary. I'll keep an eye on that. Ah! Yeah, that's concerning. If the AI can handle it, though, I guess I'll leave it. What else has been going on since I forgot to save? Here is the terrain that I've bought so far. I've gone 1 tile west, 1 tile east, and 1 tile south. I think that's pretty close to what I had done in the video. And because I now own the Riverfront area of this tile, I put in a nice little residential neighborhood down here. Very pleasant looking, some low density commercial, some fast food, some Bob Evans. Wait, that Bob Evans has a bunch of oil barrels out back. That's kind of concerning. I'm also trying to avoid polluting the river too much with this industrial. Don't want to get it too close because we already have more than enough pollution downriver. I've actually placed one of my new sewer outlets as far away as possible. Let me go ahead and move this one too. Move that one. And move this one. Like that. Yep, that's disgusting. We're less than 4,000 population away from actually being able to build the sewage treatment plants, which will help with that pollution. I'll probably put a couple of treatment plants probably right here. It's less polluted. Won't have that nasty purple scar. There we go. It looks like residential is in high demand right now, but I have no good way to cross the river right here. Oh wait, I could bring a highway down just across the corner right there. That's an option. Tell you what though, first let's just build some nice, just low density residential with the basic bridge. That looks pretty good right there. And I'll just follow the river. Maybe just a bit closer. Yeah, there we go. Now for zoning. I actually have a mod that lets me paint zones with a brush, which is pretty sweet. Ooh, they are moving in quickly. I don't want too many houses along the cliffside right there. There's some water. And there we go. Let's add a few more trees too. Nice. I think that road should be enough for this neighborhood for now, but we're going to want a larger connection before too long. I can almost guarantee it. I'm trying to do some of these roads as if they were just built along the terrain. Don't want too much of a grid shape going on. Let's just paint all these and see how the terrain looks. Not those, though. Well, okay, that one. It's always the house without water that gets built first. It never fails. This area does have 3 routes that feeds it. One below the railroad bridge here in the center of town. One over the tracks here. I love how this area looks too. Looks like a legitimate Appalachian riverside town with the tracks going through. Pretty cool. And the last route is right here at a railroad crossing, and that just feeds right into the suburbs back here. How are we on education? Okay, so it looks like we are in need of elementary schools, so I'm going to place a Riverside Music School. That feels pretty legit for this area. That's a custom workshop building right there. Very cool. Kind of a scary parking lot, but that's how it goes. And what on earth? It's a trailer with like a burning brush pile out front. That's fantastic. I think it's time for a park. Let's do a 1x4 roadside park right there. Just to raise some land values. Maybe a small playground too. That should put our land value a little higher. There we go. And hopefully we'll see that trailer gone soon. And the giant brown purple scar is slowly receding. I do need to be careful about changing the flow of the river too much, which is why I want to put one of these water treatment plants right here to add some water back to the river. You guys can see on the flow map right here, it's a nice solid flow until it gets pumped out by the pump right there. So this could dry up or backflow if we're not careful. Alright, where is that power line? Cannot seem to grab it. That's gonna drive me crazy. I'll just link it. See, I can't delete it. Oh man. Oh, we have some death over here. Dead person waiting for transport. How is our cemetery usage? We're actually getting to be pretty crowded, so... Oh, I have 8,000 income per week here. Let's build a church cemetery. And I'll do it back here. That's another workshop building, and it's more dense than the full-size cemetery because for some reason both garbage and dead bodies in City Skylines take up just a ton of room. Put one there as well. And one more out here in the farming areas. On the dirt road, apparently. There we go. And unpause. I also have an old high school back here, which looks really, really cool. That's one of my favorite new workshop buildings. And speaking of workshop buildings, I have not yet placed Dave's Tactical Gun Shop. I already built a little road back here with a nice mountain for a backstop. And there we go. Guns and ammo at Dave's Tactical. There go all of the trained law enforcement officers. And all of the houses are upgrading too. Nice. How is traffic looking? Yeah, I think this is actually a lot smoother than it was with the old system that I had originally. This area over here is a lot less jammed. I bet, though, I could just take a on-ramp right here, too. That should do it. Now, where was that one trouble spot back here? Okay, the central intersection. Yeah, that's actually backing up quite a bit. So I'll make that my next goal, is to solve this interconnection problem right here. So that's a 6-lane, one-way road. And so everybody who wants to get onto the interstate is having to work their way down here and get onto the main interchange right there just to get over here to the ramp, like these guys are doing right there. So I bet if I had a way to feed from this part of the farmland, that would help a lot with traffic. I'm gonna take out that area right there and do this. 4-lane road. And let's build a bridge first. I also have a mod that lets me do more intermediate stages for height. So that's a nice low bridge right there. And I will just make this a nice little interchange like this. Simple is the name of the game here. It's not pretty, but it works. Kind of. I guess these are actually going to need to be 6-lane roads. There we go. Traffic is now flowing a little bit faster. And we don't have that long line of traffic built up over here. Nice, okay. I'm pretty happy with that. I also placed a baseball field back here instead of the soccer field that I placed during the actual video. Definitely fits my initial small town America a bit better. Although it could use a side street. So where does that leave our demand? We have a demand for industrial, and we have a demand for residential. I'm considering that this wooded area back here is going to be my industrial section. And this will be a bit more planned out looking. More hard corners and straight lines. And this area will be low density housing and then some high density housing as well. There we are. Do you guys have water? You almost all have water. Let's fix that. Once again, the houses without power grow first. And high density right there. That road's going to be noisy, but the land value is not going to be great anyway, so close to the industrial area. That's just going to have to deal. And then one offshoot right there for a few more houses. Like I said, guys, I'm trying to aim for a natural look to this city, so I don't want to get this first area too built up. I want there to be some natural terrain left. I do like having the industrial over here, though, across the tracks. That feels pretty appropriate. I'll make some room down here for some commercial and industrial. Now that's a hillside right there. Ooh, landfill usage is very, very high. Ooh, I have $500,000 too. At this point, let's pause the game and create a interchange over here. I'm gonna put a landfill area back here in the corner. At least until I can take this one further to the north. What do we have for interchanges? We have that one. That's a 3-way. Massive 4-way. Massive 4-way. A large roundabout. And the classic cloverleaf. I think I'll actually do a 3-way. But then I will make a off-ramp just for the... I guess it's going to be like my county dump. Wow, these things take up some serious space. As always, you have to draw the highways in the direction that they're supposed to go. And there we go. Oh. This one has way too much of a extension on the ends. Just not needed at all. Alright, and now for the nasty county dump. How does that look? Perfect, actually. And I'll leave space for a road there. Didn't quite make it to the ground on that one. Or did I? I really can't tell. Oh yeah, it's on the ground. An awkward intersection, but it works. Ramps here. And what can we do for the other way? I'll just put an on-ramp right there. He's now midair. That'll give us a bunch of stoplights, but it should function at least. And some incinerators too. They're going to need some power. Ooh. Speaking of power, we are almost out again. I'd say it's time for a natural gas plant. From SimCity 3000, apparently. Sounds good to me. I'll put it back here in the corner. And now we have plenty of power. As for electricity, I'll plop some windmills over here. That'll get things started. Ooh, and we are up to a big city, and we can build the water treatment plants. Awesome. So this area should be self-sufficient for power for a while. This area has some nice looking farmland too. I'll just put some roadside shops right there. And just a few factories there. Oh man, those orange trees. Okay, let's pause again and get rid of all this nasty sewage water. I still have plenty of money, which is good because I need to build like 4 or 5 of these things. I'll do 3 there. And then next to the river over here, I'll do 2 more. It's not pretty, but that should keep our rivers flowing correctly. You guys can actually see the water rising right there. I need to watch this very, very carefully and make sure that I don't accidentally backflow. I'll put 1 more water pump right there and just make sure that I don't dry the river up. All right. Wait, why do you guys have no power? Now I have way too much sewage treatment. Let's turn you guys off for now. And let's go through our city stats too. Incineration, we need a lot more of that. Can I go uphill just a bit more? Oh. Don't know what that error was. But I drew the wrong kind of road. So that was my error. There's a few more incinerators. One more there. And one more here. Getting expensive. We now have plenty of cemeteries. More than enough crematories. Thanks to our hospital, there's plenty of health care for everyone. Ooh, fire hazard is pretty significant. So what I'll do is down here, next to the river, I'm going to place one of my favorite new buildings. It's the local fire station. Awesome looking 3-door brick fire station. And I'll go ahead and probably place... Yeah, I'll place a large fire station for the industrial section. That should get us some coverage from not only the industrial section here, but all the way over here, I think. A little bit. And they're complaining about a lack of workers. I'll build just a few houses over here for now. That's looking pretty good, guys. Pretty good. do have plenty of room over here to expand still. So let's bring in some more dirty factories. That looks pretty good right there. And some low density commercial. Or right here. All along the main street, basically. Oops. Then some residential. Right there. And up through here as well. Nice. There we go. Well, that church is kind of on a hill. It's like all distorted. That's great. Our schools are kind of right on the edge still. Ooh, I can build an old town art school. That's going waterfront. What's going on down here? That's just a disconnected power line. Okay. Well, there's less of a purple scar. Still doesn't look great though. And we're not quite draining the river yet, which is also good. Ooh, I can place some farm windmills. That's cool. I'll place a few of these just for a bit of looks and then also to help supplement all of the water pumps that we're having to do. Farming does take up a significant amount of extra water. Ooh, okay, severe traffic jams down through here. That is really bad. How awful would this connection be? Let's find out. I guess I can't upgrade this because of the fire station. I can afford to remove it though. Let's just bulldoze it. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. And upgrade. There we are. And bring that fire station back like that. That is quite the growing city. Now, crematoriums. Do we have any crematoriums? I don't think so. Everyone's just getting buried. I'll put one here. And maybe one over here as well. There go the hearses. Well, with our suburbs pretty locked down, I guess it's time to focus on downtown. What's going to be a very hilly downtown. I started the road over here. Where was it going is the question. Guess I can base it off of that initial grid right there. I'll do that one, and then leaving just the tiniest amount of space, a 4-lane, a second 4-lane, let's try some one-way streets here too. Okay. Now for a 6-lane. Let's leave just a tiny strip of space right there. Now that is a hill. Good grief. 6-lane again here. And what does that leave? I think just some 4 lanes. I'll run one just like that. Then one just like this. That looks pretty solid. And then our interchanges like this. I think I'll do some one-ways through here too. Maybe like this. Now for some water, and we can start zoning this sucker. That should really increase our growth. This is going to be a very dense area. Looks like residential is going to be first. I'll put them down by the tracks. High density. Ooh, and I think I'll also do a low density road system down through here. Have this road follow the valley up just a bit, then up the hill, and curve to connect. And this one would go like this. We just follow the tracks all the way down. All of this can be low density. Come on, guys. Build just a bit further, and you'll have plenty of power. Here, I'll add in some commercial for you. And I think I'll put some high-density skyscrapers. What are these? Yeah, office zones. Right here in the center. They might require highly educated workers, though, and we don't have a university just yet. What else do we need here? Residential, commercial, residential, and residential. Come on, population. Now that is going to be a very hilly city. Alright, I will run one power line. Education-wise, we can now build the university, I think? Yeah, we can. Ooh, the College of Art and Design. That's a fancy downtown building. Let's put that over here. Nice. So we have our first university. I think I'll fill out just a few suburbs over here as well. Put the rest as trees. I'm really liking how this layout is panning out because we'll have a solid amount of small town industry, small town suburbs, small town Main Street basically, and then our nice downtown area. Alright, sewage treatment needs to catch up. Let's just go ahead and turn on both of these units. I also see plenty of farming area up here still. Let's get that going next. Oh, and the farming area is called Magnolia District for now. That's just the default name. I want to hear suggestions from you guys. What should this second farming area be called? Just to make sure it's all contained there. Yes, I know. Water is coming. Patience. Oh, and we are now up to a grand city. Probably, I would imagine, thanks to that downtown area. Put some water down, and then we'll go take a look. Oh wow, yeah, it is booming. Why is it out of power? I'll put a few windmills along the river over here. That'll bring a local power source just over to this side. Alright, downtown is looking pretty good. I think what I'll do here is create a nice highway off-ramp system to help feed directly into downtown. I'm going to draw it the wrong way there first. Whoops. Just to get the snapping tool set up. There we go. Then a on-ramp like that. And I'll also bring one from this side. There we go. So that should feed directly into the main street there. And I'll do the same here. Turn snap off. Come on. Build those pillars. There we go. It's a little awkward looking, but that should be pretty functional. Now, where are you complaining about crossroads? That's not a terrible crossroads. Oh yeah, I like how this is looking. And I think to help feed that route, let's upgrade this crossroad right here to 6 lanes. Bi-directional. There we go. But then, turning snap back on. Let's do one way, like this. And then a 2-lane one-way to feed back over here. And that'll leave a nice park right there. In fact, let's put an actual park there. Let's do a nice big park. What do we have? We have a dog park. That's pretty small. Let's do a full-sized park with trees. There we go. That looks nice. Then commercial down 2 sides of it. But not too close. Wow, traffic is flying into this one-way road. In fact, guys, I might make the rest of this road one way as well. Just bring it all the way up like this. Yeah, I like that. Okay, time for a vitals checkup. Electricity, okay. Water. Time for a few more water towers, I think. Where else can I put one of these suckers? How about right here? That should do for now. We're still earning 9,000 per week. Time for a few more landfills as well. Can I just extend that? Let's slow time down just briefly. Oh yeah. Leaving a space for some roads. Plenty of landfills. And incinerators. Need more of those too. Put one there. And where else? One here as well. Healthcare. We could use a new cemetery. I'll put one down the railroad tracks here. Crime rate. I think it's time for a real full-size police headquarters. A cost of $1,600 per week in downtown. Plenty of university availability thanks to our art school, where apparently criminals are going to school. High schools. We are low on high schools. Let's build a downtown high school. There we go. On a cliff, apparently. And then, transportation. We have no bus service yet, nor any train or metro service, but that, I think, might be one of the next steps. Ooh. I also want to place a sunken plaza park. I'm just going to bulldoze all these guys and figure out where it would go best. Here and here is the answer. Love those plaza parks. Very cool for urban areas. That looks ugly right there. Let's just dezone that. Too much of a hill. Well guys, there you have it. Freshwater Falls is beginning to become an actual city. We're up to 22,000 population, and we also have new land to buy. So I want you guys to vote on the land purchase. Which tiles should we expand into next? Keeping in mind that we do have a lot of area to expand over here and here that's already purchased. But lots of options here, guys. This is definitely a blast. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all soon.